Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nesha and this is KSP 1.2. I will soon upgrade to 1.3 as long as my Kerbal Engineer mod that is currently my essential mod that gives me all these Delta V stats that makes everything possible for me to play a game without being a rocket scientist myself. So what we want to do today, we will start to go to an orbit around from 150,000 meters above Duna. We have 50,000 meters to the atmosphere ends there, but I want some room to maneuver when I'm doing interplanetary transfers. Yeah, that was really hard for me to say. I can get, as you have already guessed. Yeah, so I want to go in 90 degrees because that's the inclination that we share with Kerbin, and it will make everything a lot easier. So let's start taking off here, and as soon as we are flying, we will start turning our ship around and go directly into the 90-degree line here. So yeah, that is the better the curve we get here, and the more delta we save later, because we don't have to do so much adjustments here. So we can see that we are still in the thick part of the thin atmosphere of Duna. And yeah, so I'm not going to go full speed because there's really no reason to do it, because I have lifted off with almost 2 thrust to weight ratio. So I will actually start tilting ourselves 90 degrees on the 90-degree line and do a gravity turn, if it's even possible with almost no gravity. But we can't, we will do it like this because I think it will work a bit. I'm not too worried it will not work. So yeah, we have 8,000 meters right now. So we'll soon live in the thick part of the atmosphere, the light blue shade here. So maybe I can start. I wonder if I will save some fuel by doing like this, because there's no reason to fight the gravity. But yeah, still no. But we are traveling at 300 meters per second, which is quite fast as we can orbit in 900. So yeah, this would probably not take a lot of delta V to make orbit around this planet, thanks to the very thin atmosphere and gravity here. So yeah, we will still traveling that thing here. So yeah, the reason why I want to go to 150,000 meters, as I said, otherwise you can make a maneuver where you go right into the atmosphere of the planets, and then it's useless and you have to start all over again, like it has happened to me at least one time in this series. So we are soon in the thin part of the atmosphere, and we can see we are building speed very fast. So I'm still going that way, but I will go more and more at the horizon just to get our lowest point higher, so we can get a good. The best part, if you can do all this in one go, it will help you immensely, saving you a lot of delta V, at least at Kerbin. I'm not sure how it works around here in Duna. Let's be conservative here. Okay, cool. So we are at 156,000. I'm losing 100 meters per second almost on the highest point here, and I think it's because I'm still in the atmosphere of Duna, so it's still affecting me and breaking me a bit here, but it shouldn't be that tough because we are fastly going out of it. So yeah, I don't think I need to do a lot more than what I'm already doing. Okay, so I have 40 delta V still left on this, and I will probably not. Let's see. So let's start the maneuver here. We need to use some prograde, of course. How is our inclination? It's almost 90 degrees. Maybe we can do it better that one at the same time here. Let's put it on 1 so it doesn't take forever to do here. So cool. There we have our lowest point checking in here for us. It doesn't have to be a perfect orbit here, so I'm thinking this will be more than enough here. So let's see. What I want to do is to check this a bit. Okay. I'm trying to make that curve better. Yeah, oh yeah, I have to check it from this angle because this is where I affect it. So that is not perfect, but that is quite good. But yeah, so all we have to do is burn for 4.5 seconds, maybe a bit less there. So let's get to it. We are outside the atmosphere, so we can time warp. So let's tell Valentina to point right into the direction we want to go inside our maneuver here, so we can get quite close to it. So as we need to burn around 4.5 seconds, T-minus 4.5 seconds on our node here, so it should be more enough. Let's get it even closer. You spend so much time in this game, or at least I do, just warping to our next maneuver and not trying to overshoot it. I think that is half the time of all my editing. I edit a lot of it. I speed it up and edit it out for you guys a lot because it is not that exciting now when I'm just waiting here for like half a minute. Let's go. Okay, cool. So let's see how our orbit looks. Okay, that went fine. I got rid of our lander parts as we don't need it any longer. I see that our lowest point is not exactly 100 over 150, so I will spend some fuel here just to make that number better manually. There we go. So yeah, that didn't take a lot to do that. So cool. So one of the things we need to do now, let me show you here. So this is the homepage that just helps me to do this decision when I need to approach catch up with Kerbin. So this is kind of in reverse what we already have done. So is this page I had showed it to you guys before if you followed this series. So I wonder if how that will affect us. It didn't affect our time here, so I don't really care. So we need to be 75 degrees behind, or Kerbin needs to be 75 degrees behind Duna before we make our interplanetary transfer here and catch up with Kerbin. So let's just do that. Okay, before we do that, a critical part that will help us, otherwise we will be in trouble later, is to extend our solar panels so our reaction wheels works and so on. It will not be very fun to take care of otherwise. So let's get our ladders inside again, and then we will go to the tracking station. So here we have Kerbin, our final destination on this journey here. So let's scroll out here so we can get an overview. As we can see, we are almost 90 degrees ahead of Duna. Kerbin is 90 degrees ahead of Duna, the red planets here. So we want to go around and catch up to it. So first at 90 degrees and then we'll finally just... I will just double click on the sun so not everything is moving all the time. So cool. So let's start this one, and we will just have to wait to have some patience here until we can catch up to the Duna. So we... Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the Kerbin is 180 degrees behind Duna now, so we are almost halfway. We just need to do the last part. Cool, we are almost 90 degrees behind, a couple of degrees. more. So we just needed to go about 15 more. So we have to be careful here so we don't go too far. We don't want to spend a lot of more years trying to wait for everything to line up. And I think interesting, it was our ship that almost got contact with Kerbin here. So let's see here, let's draw an imaginary line here on this star map or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I'm just trying to get a good angle. So imaginary line there. Okay, it's not very straight, so I think we are almost there. We just need to spend a small moment more. Yeah. I think we will go from here. So let's get back to our Duna lander. No more lander because we got rid of all the lander stuff here. So yeah. Okay, so let's start by adding a maneuver there. Let's go prograde around 500. That should be more than enough to make escape. I've made an escape from Duna sphere of influence. Cool. Let's zoom out. Oh yeah, I'm all business today. No stupid jokes. This is serious stuff. I want to go get our kerbals back to do. Okay, so if we go a bit radial. Let's first make Kerbin our target. And we have a very good inclination, it's only 0.1 degree off, so this should... I think I need to make it tinier here, so I will go radial. I will go here, so what we need to want to happen here is that our purple line, that is our maneuver, is that we touched the oh, I'm repeating myself. So it touches the orbit of Kerbin here. So yeah, so I'm shrinking with going minus radial here, and a combination. If I go, okay, that made it worse. So let's go. Normal is up and down. So let's. Our inclination got a little bit screwed by doing that. So let's just go around here. Okay, cool. So let's go. I'm moving our nodes back and forth here with this one. So I think we got the first encounter here. That seems a little bit early. So if we can delay that one, it will be awesome, I think. Yes. There we go. So that was that. We have made the first adjustment here. So let's focus view on Kerbin. Yes, I'm concentrating 100% here. Okay, so it looks like we are passing very close by. So let's go smaller. Smaller. Okay, cool. That is a very nice orbit. We almost should be fairly easy for us to dial that in. So if I go more minus, I will get closer in that way. But if I can get my orbits to go that way, that will be cool. So more prograde, and then. Okay, that strange things are happening here. So if I go like this, we want an orbit that is easy to adjust. So that's why I spend some time just making it nice, not to get as close as possible, but get a orbit that will be easy for us to adjust for. So I think this is actually the winner for this one. So now we have done that, I need to go tab back to my ship. And I don't know if I have explained it. You can go backwards by pressing tab and shift, but then your engines on your ship will start working here. So let's see. As I said before, we are in this scenario of if we would not have made our orbit around Duna around 150, we was 50,000. We are 50,000 meters closer. So if we had been at 75, that would mean that we will be in 25,000 meters over Duna, and that is inside the atmosphere. So now that's a good illustration why I did choose to go quite high up. So cool. So I think we will actually have to spend two turns around here. I think so. Yes. Okay, cool. So let's go all the way here, and we will burst our engines for a small moment. Just to get the estimated burn on our engines, you always have to update this. So let's go back to our ship, and I will just go. As you can see, we are pointing right into the planet here. So yeah, it's good that we have some space to maneuver. Okay, so that 1 minute and 13 seconds, that is 45 seconds with 46 and a half seconds. So in T-minus 46 and a half seconds we need to burn. So let's get out here. Again, Valentina is pointing our ship at our maneuver there, so it should be fine. So let's go up here. Get ready. I'm starting to get these things very good. I'm glad that it went so fast for me to find the orbit this time around. So 36 seconds after 47 seconds. So we are soon. Yeah, it's been so much time out warping. Let's not get crazy. Okay. I just got paranoid that I will screw things up, so I will speed it up for you guys. So we will start bursting our engines at 46 seconds. Okay, 48. It's time to go. So the first thing we need to do is to escape Duna's sphere of influence. That will not take more than 500 meters per second of delta V to do, so it shouldn't be hard. So we're almost encounter with Arc there. Okay, cool. So we are about to escape the sphere of influence. So let's get inside here. The brown one is our current predicted route, real time, and the purple one is our maneuver. In case you got. So I will start slowing down a bit. So as soon as I see I encounter... Fuck! I missed it. I was pressing the wrong key. So if I need to go the opposite of this to make that right. So let's go retrograde. It's almost right. Oh man, that was exactly what I don't wanted to happen. I was pressing the C key, and when I needed to press the X key, so that shut off my engines. So if I go very slow in retrograde, will I... Oh, I overshoot it. So let's do prograde here. I will have to do with encounter, yes. Okay, cool. We have an encounter. So what I want to do now is go to my ship and let's see if we can manually dial it in a bit more. It depends how bad it is because I overshoot it here. So ship. Let's put it to 5%. Let's go back to the map mode, and with the focus view on where do we have Kerbin. So where are we here in Kerbin? Okay, so 5%. Let's see if it's the right way. That's too much. Okay, we need to go retrograde a bit. So we're going slow. We missed it. Okay. We have to adjust for that. So let's do it. First we need to escape Duna. Otherwise it will be almost impossible to do a small adjustment and be right. So let's go back into map mode. We are focusing on Kerbin, so let's get back to our ship. Okay, cool. So now we can do a maneuver here. So add a maneuver. We will do some final adjustment to fix my small mistake here. So what we need to do now is go to Kerbin and see here. So our brown line is where we actually are going. So we need to go here. Let's go radial. So yeah, we need to do a big inclination change here, or big in this kind of situation here. So yeah, that helped a lot. So if I go there now, if I can execute this, we can finally adjust it once more. So that should be a very good maneuver for us to do. It's take us only 42.6 delta V to do, so it's a very cheap adjustment. But we will do it under. We'll do it. Oh, I forgot what I'm gonna say. It was probably nothing important. Yes, it's usual jumping around here to getting back to our ship. Okay, cool. So where is our maneuver? It's over there. So what I want to do is to make Valentina to... Okay, let's stop time warp. I will make Valentina point into our target and burst once. And then we need to burn for 15 plus to 17 seconds. So it should make that thing. And I think I want to watch... Oh yeah, I need to get closer. 5 minutes is very tiny here. So yeah, I will meet you guys at the maneuver. So yeah, we're gonna watch our maneuver be executed from here, so we can see what happens while it's happening. So we just need to wait about 20 seconds. Okay, cool. So let's try out our adjustment maneuver here, and it's time to burn very soon. Okay. We can see our brown line is closing at what we wanted to do, so that is cool. We are getting closer to our goal here. It seems like things has moved around a bit since we did plan our maneuver node, but yeah, this is... Let's delete that one, and we will adjust for it manually. Okay, that is a little bit too much. So what I need to do now is go and to make an adjustment for this, I need to go to the this one. Oh, I can't. I think it's normal. I can see this. Yeah, I think we need to go normal. And then I can adjust it like that, because that was what was closest to us, so that is the complete opposite. So 70,000 meters is where we have the atmosphere in Kerbin, so that should be, this should be more than enough for us. So cool, we have managed to correct my error, adjust for my mistakes here, so that is good. Okay, so cool. So what we want to do now is time warping. As usual. So we will almost spend a half a year just trying to catch up with Kerbin here. I hope things haven't changed. Yeah, we still have a... Yeah, sometimes this changes a bit when you move around things, so yeah, I'm always paranoid that will happen. So yeah, this has been all business here. I wanted to kind of break my own record, and I think I have done it, because I've recorded for 30 minutes since the surface of Duna, and I am actually on the right course of landing here. So this is a very good improvement since the last time I tried this. It took me 50 minutes to get where I am right now. So yeah, I'm learning and getting better at this. Okay, I just decided that I will not do that. We have a good predicted route. It's better to make those changes there when we need to land. So yeah, let's not play around with something good. I can make my landing successful where I am, so I don't need to adjust for anything. Okay, it looks like we are in the Kerbin sphere of influence now, so yes, we have changed over our view. So let's see if something has changed while we was traveling. I can't see it right now. Let's see. Sometimes things change. Okay, so let's do a maneuver here. And then we just need to go prograde until we get to orbit. Okay, cool. So we now just need to go to our ship. So we can see there that we are 90,000 meters over. I actually don't need this. I can actually just go do this the simple way. So we're gonna go retrograde until we get to orbit. A very weird orbit here. So cool. We have more than enough delta V to slow us down a bit, so but I will want to make this landing soon here, so we're just shrinking our here. Okay, cool. So now we have a good number here, so let's go up here. Because I want to get, I need to make sure that we reach inside the atmosphere. Otherwise we can't land and we will have to orbit, and then I have to save everyone. So I'm just gonna go retrograde here. That's why I went around this orbit here, so I can shrink it from here. So that is a good thing there. So we will go here and we will aerobrake. So I'm gonna lose some speed by aerobraking here. We are coming inside here. at a very high speed, but we are going the different way. We're going the opposite way Kerbin is spinning, so we have actually lost some speed by just doing like this. So yeah, that's awesome. I never done that before, but it was not a conscious choice. It was just how it went. So cool. So let's speed up our to 10 speed until we get inside the atmosphere here. Okay, so we are inside the atmosphere here. We can see that our highest point is getting lower, so I'm just pulling inside our ladders here, so they don't. I think we can get one turn without having to get rid of the parts here. So yeah, I will just go one. Let's go 4 speed here. We will go. Our lowest point is at 50,000 there, so we will go here. Hopefully, I will not blow up. But I don't think so, because we will soon start traveling. Or have I made a grave miscalculation here? No, I think we will go out again. So I'm hoping our stuff will not break before we are getting out again. So yeah, we are getting out again. That was what I hoped would happen. So yeah, I don't want to use our heat shield right yet. So yeah, we are air braking again. Cool, so we are going out. Again, we have lost some speed by doing this. So if we go to map mode, we can see that we have lost some speed here. And I think I'm manually, when we are outside the atmosphere again, I will manually start adjusting our course a bit. So a combination of air braking and braking air. So what I will do here is shrink that number. So that was all what we have left. So in this case, this is just dead weight. It will make us weigh a lot more, so it will just make things difficult for us. So let's get rid of that part. So what we want to do now is go around. So we are inside the atmosphere again. So let's go at 4 speed, because it will not, we will probably not. Oh yeah, we will have a landing this time. So we are doing this in 4 speed because I'm quite confident that nothing scary will happen. But we will land this turn around, as our lowest point is in minus, of course. So we're gonna land. Okay, so we are at 30,000 meters. We are at a very flat curve here, so we'll spend some time here. So it will break us down very much. And as soon as we get more around 500 meters per second, I will get our drogue chutes out, so it can break us even more speed here. So it seems like we will land in the water, so that is cool. It's always nice, because then we know that we have enough height to break our speed here. Okay, cool. So we are a lower speed. We can soon let's get our drogues out to slow us down even more. And as soon as we hit 250 meters, I will release the bigger parachutes. Yeah, let's release them now. Okay, so we have landed here in the ocean, and this has been an awesome trip. I'm so happy I've done this. I really wanted this trip to be done before I upgrade to 1.3, because this was the most important trip we have done so far. So let's recover our vessel and see what we got. Well, we got 2,485 science, so that was a very productive trip science-wise too, and it was really fun to do. I'm very glad I can say that I never had to resort of using one of my saves, or I even felt so confident that this episode was even recording without using saved ones. I was so confident in my own ability now. So we can see that every Kerbal has got 5 XP, so that's really nice. I think it's time to start training some new Kerbals, so we have some reserves in case we kill these ones. So let's see what we got here of our ribbon. First flag on Duna ribbon. I wondered for the being the first Kerbal planting a flag on Duna. So yeah, taking the first footsteps on Duna. Yeah, we will check that some other time. Yeah, I'm also really glad that this went very well, because I wanted to do this trip before I upgraded to 1.3, so I don't break our saves in middle of a big trip. So, but in the future, I think we will using 1.3. And I think our priorities is that I want to satellite networks. I want to launch a satellite network. I want to put a flag on Ike, and that is my current goals, what I want to do in this space program for now. So, but if you have any ideas that can be fun, like Charlene, my viewer, she was the one that suggested me the Minimus moon challenge to land on both moon and go back. So if you have any ideas like that, feel free to comment about that. But anyway, that was everything, my dear friends, and as always, thank you for watching.